Hello everyone. In this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Samina Pasha to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Samina Pasha's words. The biggest news of today is that the Supreme Court of Pakistan has granted bail to Imran Khan Sahib in the cases related to the incidents of May 9th. Bail has been granted in 8 cases. How did this happen and what will the consequences be now? What is going to happen next? I will give you the details. In addition to this, another important news today is the denial of Sohail Warraich's columns. Recently, Sohail Warraich wrote columns in which he mentioned a meeting he had with the Field Marshal and the type of interview he gave. However, the DG ISPR has denied this. I will tell you the details of what he said. Lastly, we will also discuss the PTI's core committee meeting. I request you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now let's go to the main and top story of the day. It is that Imran Khan Sahib has finally received some good news after a long time. He has received a right, and I would say not relief, but justice, because the decision was made based on merit. In my previous vlog I told you that if we look at it from a legal perspective, the bail could not be denied to Imran Khan Sahib. The Supreme Court had to accept it. In fact, it should have been accepted in the Lahore High Court. But unfortunately the Lahore High Court gave weak decisions. They didn't even discuss the merits properly, and that's why the case had to be brought to the Supreme Court by PTI's lawyers. Today, after several delays, the Chief Justice finally had to hear the case. Fortunately, the fear that the case might be sent back for remand was avoided. Instead, the Supreme Court gave a final decision and granted bail in 8 cases related to May 9th. Now, all of Imran Khan Sahib's cases related to May 9th, because I think there were around 21 or 22 cases already in which he'd been granted bail, and now these additional 8 cases are added to that list. So, out of the nearly 30 cases related to May 9th in which Imran Khan Sahib was named, he is now on bail for all of them. There is no arrest in these cases. This is a significant milestone that has passed today. Until now, Imran Khan Sahib was in jail for 2 reasons. 1, due to the cases related to May 9th, and second, for being convicted in the Al-Qadir Trust case. But now one of those reasons has ended today. That is, the bail has been granted in the May 9th cases and the Supreme Court has ordered his release. There was a lot of commotion this morning when it was revealed that suddenly the bench was changed. Justice Mian Gul Hassan Aurangzeb was replaced by Justice Mian Hassan Azhar Rizvi. After that, many people were concerned that a new bench or a different approach might be adopted after the change in the bench. But nothing like that happened, and the hearing went ahead. The prosecutor, who had been quite unwell the previous day, showed up on time for the hearing. When the case was heard, Salman Safdar Sahib, PTI's lawyer, said he wanted to present some arguments. The Chief Justice responded that he would take arguments from the prosecutor, who was opposing the bail. The prosecutor couldn't provide satisfactory answers, and they even referred to a case involving Ijaz Chaudhary Sahib, but the Supreme Court's remarks were quite strict in response. Although the discussion on merit wasn't fully allowed, after a brief hearing, the bail was granted in these cases. So, now Imran Khan Sahib has been granted bail in 8 cases related to May 9th. However, there is still one legal obstacle for his release, and that's the Al-Qadir Trust case. So you could say that Imran Khan and his wife are still in jail because of this one case. In the Al-Qadir Trust case, there is no evidence of corruption. If there was, we would have said the money came into Imran Khan's account. But the money is in the government's hands, and Imran Khan's only role was in setting up a university. So, for the crime of building a university, Imran Khan and his wife are currently imprisoned in Adiala jail. Apart from this, all of his other cases have either been concluded or he has been granted bail. For example, the Safa case, which was considered a strong case against him, has been closed. Similarly, the Idat case, which was a disgraceful case against him, has also ended, and both Imran Khan and his wife have been acquitted. After that, the third case was the Toshakhana case, where the trial is ongoing, but Imran Khan has been granted bail. Then his cases from May 9th, in which he has now received bail, and finally the Al-Qadir Trust case, in which he was sentenced. If that sentence is suspended, a hearing is required for it. The issue is that the hearing hasn't been scheduled yet. His lawyers have been pursuing this for 4 months, asking for the sentence to be suspended so that his release can be arranged. After that, the remaining legal proceedings can take place later. But the problem is that Justice Sarfraz Dogar Sahib hasn't fixed the case yet. Even before the summer vacation, he tried to delay the case, and now, with the vacation ending, a new delay may occur. So, given all of this, I can safely say that it is unlikely that Imran Khan Sahib's meetings and jail hearings will remain closed for much longer. I'm not under any illusions that the case will immediately be scheduled and that his sentence will be suspended in the Al-Qadir Trust case. There is a major obstacle to his release, the system that does not want Imran Khan to be free, fearing he might cause trouble for them. For Imran Khan to stay in jail, it's necessary that before the suspension of his Al-Qadir Trust sentence, he be sentenced in another case, and that case is most likely the Toshakhana case. The trial for that case was fast-tracked earlier, but the meetings were halted to keep him in jail. I feel that the Toshakhana trial will be completed, and then he will be sentenced before the Al-Qadir Trust appeal is even heard. This would require new hearings in Adiala jail. So it seems clear now that hearings and meetings will take place again in the coming days. PTI's focus is now entirely on the Al-Qadir Trust case. Today, Alima Khan Sahib was very happy, genuinely smiling, and she said that the next step for them is the Islamabad High Court. They are now determined to push the Chief Justice of Islamabad to schedule the hearing. On the other hand, Salman Safdar Sahib, Imran Khan's confident lawyer, is hopeful and says that the Al-Qadir Trust case is only a 15-minute hearing away from being suspended. He is confident that the suspension of the sentence will happen soon. His confidence fits him well. Anyone who is fearful would not be so sure of their argument. After this decision, Imran Khan's family and lawyers were very happy. Outside the Supreme Court, there was a lot of excitement with people chanting slogans in Imran Khan's favour. His lawyers and leaders showed great enthusiasm, and a statement was issued by PTI claiming this as a victory of truth and justice. This decision proves that the charges against Imran Khan, who was accused of masterminding the May 9th incident, are weak. Many people were arrested during the May 9th events, and, well, some leaders are still in jail. It was the beginning of a long tale of injustice. However, PTI's statement says that these cases are now weakening, as the Supreme Court has ruled that there is insufficient evidence. If the Supreme Court has ruled that the evidence is insufficient, then how can the sentences stand? How can the rejected bail applications for the leaders stand when the country's highest court has stated that the evidence is lacking? Legally, this will benefit all the remaining cases, including Imran Khan's cases, like the GHQ Gate attack. This is a major achievement for PTI and a positive day for them, as the decision has come in their favour. However, some people might suggest that this could be a result of a change of mind or a deal behind the scenes. I understand the situation regarding the matter that no deal has taken place, and honestly, everyone knows that. If a deal had taken place, the treatment that is happening right now in jail wouldn't be happening to them. So it's clear that no deal has occurred. Then, how have these bails been granted? Many people will get confused about this question. The answer is quite simple. If you've ever watched a cricket match and noticed that one team has colluded with the umpires, and the umpire is making every effort to ensure one team wins, even though the opposing team is playing well, there will still be a limit to how many wrong decisions the umpire can make. For example, if there's an LBW, that's leg before wicket decision, the umpire might give it even if it wasn't correct. Or if a catch is taken but the umpire says it wasn't, that's understandable. But what happens when a bowled ball occurs, or when a catch is made and lands directly in the hands of a fielder far away? In such a case, what will the umpire do? This is the exact situation we are facing right now. Even though these cases are ongoing, and the system may stretch them as much as it wants, making wrong decisions in small courts. But when it comes to open court, when it comes to large courts, when it comes to open hearings, you can't always get away with turning black into white and white into black. At some point, even the umpire will reach a limit. Even to deceive, there must be substance. So at some point, these cases must end. If you create these cases on such a weak basis, it's the same as the umpire working in favor of one team. There may be many wrong decisions, but eventually they will be exposed. Even if small courts or confined rooms give whatever verdict they want, eventually, when it comes to a big court, things will open up. The other important development today is the statement from the DG ISPR, who refuted the claims made by Sohail Warraich in his recent columns. He said that there was no separate meeting between Sohail Warraich and the army chief, nor did he give any interview. Sohail Warraich was present at an event in Brawls, where the army chief also gave a speech. That was the extent of their interaction, and many people were around them taking pictures. Sohail Warraich also took pictures with some of them. But to say that he had an exclusive one-on-one interview is not true. Similarly, Sohail Warraich's claims regarding discussions on matters like reconciliation or demands for forgiveness are also denied. He said that there was no discussion about political issues related to PTI or its chairman, and that Sohail Warraich's story was fabricated for personal gain. He also pointed out that the media outlet should have confirmed the story first before publishing it. The DG ISPR also criticised Gill and Yang for promoting this fabricated story, and said that such falsehoods from senior journalists are regrettable. Regarding the events of May 9th, our stance is clear. Everyone involved should be held accountable, and punishment should follow. As for forgiveness, it should be given to those who sincerely regret their actions, but it should not stop the legal process. If someone seeks forgiveness, it should not halt the judicial process in courts. But forgiveness should come from a genuine sense of remorse. The incident of May 9th is not just the Army's case, it's the nation's case. The DG ISPR today sharply reprimanded Sohail Warraich for his claims. Now, an interesting question arises. If Sohail Warraich never met the Army chief, why did the DG ISPR wait so long to issue a clarification? The columns and the surrounding stories had been circulating for days, but the clarification came only after several days. Why didn't they clarify it right after the first column was published? There's definitely something odd about the timing. Sohail Warraich also mentioned various issues in his columns, including matters related to May 9th. But there's been no clarification on those aspects. It appears that Sohail Warraich might have been used in this whole situation, and the intended result was not achieved, leading to a disowning of the entire activity. Now, the key issue is whether Sohail Warraich will take a stand and confirm the meeting, or whether he will apologise for the mistake. If he confirms the meeting, it would be an interesting development, but if he apologises, it will show that he has been used in the whole matter. In any case, this situation is certainly damaging to Sohail Warraich's journalistic career. But has everyone accepted that no meeting ever took place? In my view, Sohail Warraich did meet someone during the event. While he may not have had a formal interview, he likely interacted with the Army chief. It's unlikely he simply wrote the column without any sort of conversation. There may have been casual questions and exchanges that led to the column. Now, regarding the political committee's meeting of PTI, there were reservations about nominating Mahmoud Khan Achakzai as the opposition leader. The political committee suggested that a leader should come from within PTI, not from outside. This has created another political issue for Imran Khan. PTI's committee has rejected several of his decisions. For example, regarding the budget, Imran Khan said it should not be presented, but the committee decided it would be presented and approved. Similarly, on by-elections, Imran Khan suggested PTI not participate, but the committee decided otherwise. Imran Khan also suggested that protests should be held against drone strikes, but the committee disagreed. It appears that PTI's political committee is now overriding Imran Khan's decisions. This creates the impression that the political committee has hijacked PTI, and the decisions taken by the committee are being enforced, irrespective of Imran Khan's personal views. Meanwhile, PTI's grassroots workers and social media activists are waiting for confirmation from Imran Khan's family before they accept any major decision. This has led to a perception that the political committee is not as aligned with Imran Khan's stance as it once was. That wraps up our translation of Samina Pasha's video. I hope this English version helped you understand her message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.